I'm going to be doing a breakdown for Conor McGregor, who I supposedly love. I'm a big fan of Conor McGregor, but I'm not one of these fans that think like he's going to walk through Khabib, because I'm a realist and I know that if Khabib gets him down, Conor's going to be fucked. So, and like I'd say a fanboy who's like on Conor's nuts would be telling you that Khabib's not going to touch him, Conor's just going to do this, he's going to do that, Khabib hasn't got a chance. That's just bollocks. That's not me. I'm a realist, like I say. Now, saying all that, I think the big factor in this fight is distance management, because people point to the Chad Mendes fight. Well, Chad Mendes is an American wrestler, Division 1 or Division 2 wrestler. Don't quote me on that, he's one of them. But Chad Mendes is known for getting underneath in a double. He's a double leg, he grabs the double. Khabib's not a double leg shooter. Khabib closes distance and gets a Gabriel grip. He'll close the distance and he gets his hands around you, and then he drops down for the single. He's not really like a GSP, like where he'll shoot for the double. So that's what Chad Mendes was. Khabib's not that. Khabib needs to close the distance. And we all know who the master is at distance management. And I don't care if you hate Conor, you have to admit this. He is a master at distance management. He's got that on lock. And people point to the Barboza fight saying, well, Barboza's an excellent striker. Khabib closed the distance on him. Barboza is a great kickboxer, but he's a kick heavy. He's not really known for like distance and punching. He doesn't slide in and out. He's a straight kickboxer. Like, I tell you something. If Khabib closes that distance and grabs hold of Conor, we don't know how well Conor's been training on that aspect of his game in this camp, but from what the evidence we've seen, if Khabib grabs hold of Conor's going for a ride. Now, we know that Khabib's finishing record is not the greatest, so Khabib might get him down, destroy him in round 1, destroy him in round 2. And another key what people aren't figuring out, what people aren't getting onto, is Conor's cardio. Like, they always say how bad his cardio is. Yeah, it's bad because the way he pressures opponents. If anyone fights the way Conor fights, they're gonna gas out. Conor, he's always constantly in your face. He gasses too easy. But I think in this fight, I can see Conor. I can see him staying relaxed, keeping on the outside. I can see Khabib like trying to close that distance, getting like chewed up on the feet. I can probably see Khabib, if he doesn't get knocked out, I can see Khabib maybe grabbing Conor, taking him down, giving him a beating. I'm just hoping Conor's worked really hard on his jiu-jitsu with Dylan Dennis, because Khabib is known for like them Kimura locks. Once you get you in them Kimura locks, it's game over normally, because he just yanks that arm off. So anyway, it's not like the best breakdown what I'm doing here, but I'm just giving you sort of like an idea. Like, I'd say 70% I'm favouring Conor. When this fight got announced, I was favouring Khabib, but when I thought about it and I've just gone over it and over it and over it, I tell you who would be a nightmare for Conor. A nightmare if they ever fought GSP, because he shoots on them doubles and he gets you down. That'd be a nightmare for Conor. But saying that, if GSP come down to 155, we don't know how he'd look on weight trained. We just don't know. We're going off the GSP at 170. It's a different ball game when you drop down in weight. It's just different. It's not the same. People think he's going to be like that monster. It's different. It's different. Look at Conor when he went up from 145 to 170. He just wasn't the same fighter. And I know people say, because you're hating it. No, I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan. But Conor, he never took him serious. He just wasn't the same. At 145, he was loose on his feet, bouncing around. 170, he come in like a little ball. and he chewed Nate Diaz up the first round, thinking he could get him out of there. Nate Diaz is tough as fuck. Nate Diaz just took him into the second round, rounded him. And then for the second fight, Conor prepared for it. He brought in like 6 foot plus boxers, southpaws, and he did his homework, and he almost got beaten that fight. Some people think Nate Diaz won that fight. I personally think Conor won that fight. I give him rounds 1, I give him rounds 2, and I give him round 4. Round 5 was close, but Nate Diaz got the takedown. Rounds 3, Nate Diaz won that round. But I think if Conor fought Nate Diaz at 155, I think the fight would be different. I think Conor wouldn't be putting all that weight on. But I tell you something, Nate Diaz could still win it there, but I just don't see it. I think Conor beats him. Like I say, the worst style matchup for Conor McGregor, in my opinion, is GSP. It's all about that takedown entry and distance. Well, people are ignoring that distance. There's a lot of even hardcores that think, oh, Khabib, they're just thinking about Khabib's grappling and what he does, but they're not thinking that it starts standing in the distance and he has to close that distance. They're just looking at Khabib smashing people on the floor and thinking Conor's fucked, and pointing at Conor's lost to Nate Diaz. It's fighting doesn't work like that. And honestly, like, some people put the comments, I just can't even be asked arguing with them, and it's like you're not going to get through with them. Their opinion's made up, that's it. Conor's going to lose this fight, and then you can tell they hate Conor, because when they give you their opinion on the fight, they go on to say like Conor fucking call Conor names, Conor's this, Conor's that, Conor's a coward, Conor fucking, I don't know, but they call him names, and then you just know that like they're not being real. They just hate Conor and want to see him lose. But like, I'm being a realist here, and this is my honest opinion. I think Conor can win this fight. I also think Khabib can win this fight. I think it's all about that distance at the beginning. Peace out.